What's good? It's Light 360, and today we're going to be doing the astrological observation of the sky. We got the sun in Pisces and the moon in Virgo, and the theme for this is going to be worrying or working towards our dreams, imaginations, and fantasies. With the sun being in Pisces, we're going to be constantly aware of our dreams, imaginations, fantasies, our meanings, reasons, faith, and belief. Jupiter and Neptune type of things. But the thing that we're going to be reacting and responding with in the world that we're going to be in, consciously in, swimming in spirits, it's going to be the moon in Virgo, full moon in Virgo. And with the full moon in Virgo, this is going to put us in some energies or to see if we're fulfilled or if we're unfulfilled, if we've been planting good seeds leading up to the full moon, or if we've been planting bad seeds leading up to the full moon. So with the moon being in Virgo, we're all going to be mostly invested into our work, our health, our routine, our responsibilities, our duties, our obligations, our tasks, our work ethics. We're going to be all emotionally invested into things dealing with the sixth house. So, and with the sun being in its opposite direction, facing the opposite direction, a 180-degree angle, we're going to be feeling a little uncomfortable going about our actions and our viewpoints and our dreams, our imaginations, our fantasies, our delusions, and our creativity, and the things that we put our meanings and reasoning and faith and belief in. So we're going to be feeling more comfortable. We're going about our stability, our security, our safety, our shelter, and we're going to be feeling kind of at odds with our dreams, our imaginations, our fantasies, the thing that's on our minds. And we got a small conjunction going on in Pisces, a small stellium actually going on in Pisces, that's going to be adding more fuel to the fire. That's going to be causing more resistance between us and our dreams during this period of time with the full moon and Virgo. So we're gonna have moon opposing Mercury, and with the moon opposing Mercury, this is gonna put us in a circumstance, a situation where we're gonna be feeling uncomfortable with trying to express what's on our hearts and trying to express and logically communicate the things that's on our minds. And the things that's gonna be on our minds is gonna be things like our dreams, our illusions, our creativity, our imaginations, and our fantasies. And keep in mind that Mercury is kind of debilitated in Pisces. Mercury is debilitated in Pisces. So this is going to add an extra emphasis. So it's going to be extra like uncomfortable trying to express what's internal and make that external during this period of time, because Mercury is going to be opposing the moon. So when it comes to us expressing our feelings, expressing how we feel, this is gonna be kind of like hard for us to do. So it's good for us to have like a creative outlet so we can get this creativity out. Because when we're looking at Mercury and Pisces is all about it's good. It's gonna be kind of debilitating when it comes to trying to logically get your point across. But every alignment got its gifts and its curses. This energy can be utilized for being creative, like making a song, being a poet, writing something down, teaching, verbalizing something spiritual, using verbal communication for something spiritual or something like music or something. So that's a good way to transmute this energy, this Mercury and Pisces energy. So you won't be so washed up under this Mercury and Pisces and flaunt that in our head current, and we won't know how to communicate what's actually inside of us. We won't know how to, and we won't put ourselves in that situation of trying to logically explain what's going on inside of us and not having the words to gravitate towards, so we can be able to get this point or this message across. And with the moon being a Virgo, that's going to add extra emphasis of making that more harder for us to be able to communicate. And then we also got moon opposing Neptune, and with the moon opposing Neptune, this is going to put us in some more uncomfortable energies that's going to be causing resistance towards our dreams, our imaginations, our fantasies. We're going to be feeling uncomfortable with trying to express our dreams, imaginations, and fantasies. We're going to be feeling uncomfortable with how we express our dreams, imaginations, and fantasies. Excuse me. So with this energy, this energy is gonna put us in another circumstance situation where it's gonna be more resistance going towards our dreams, imaginations, and fantasies, and our actions and our viewpoints, and the things that we want to express, and the things that we want to verbalize, and the things that we want to visualize during this period of time. So make sure that we are on a polar scale. Make sure that we got an equilibrium within ourselves, so this energy won't be so negligent because we don't have the things that's materialized in front of us to go for our dreams, our imaginations, our fantasies, or give us that confirmation that we have been planting the right seeds and putting in the right energy work, so that we have been manifesting the right people, places, and things around us that give us that confirmation that we have been doing the right things to manifest, and that we have been doing the right manifestations towards our dreams, imaginations, goals, and fantasies. So, and if we haven't, you can also utilize this energy to get back on track with these things. You can also utilize this energy to refine these things, to refurbish these things, to calculate and be more practical when it comes to our dreams, imaginations, and fantasies, and see where you may be missing, see what aspects you may be missing in yourself, and see how that can be tweaked, and see how that can be worked towards, so that it can become like perfected in a type of way, because it's their Virgo energy, their perfection. Virgos got the need to necessarily perfect something in their lives, to perfect jobs, to perfect their health, to perfect their routine. So this is what gives Virgos that attribute. And if we can apply this where our dreams, our imaginations, and our fantasies, and our actions, and our viewpoints, we can make wonders happen. We can make wonders happen, because this obstacle that we may be dealing with, we're going to be looking at this obstacle like it's nothing. Then we're going to be trying to overcome this obstacle, because that's what we are here to do: overcome these obstacles. And this is going to put an obstacle in front of us, a challenge in front of us, an opposition in front of us, that we're just going to have to work 10 times harder to obtain, and to obtain this dream, this imagination, and this fantasy. And then we also got the moon in conjunct in Jupiter. Excuse me again. We also got the moon in conjunct in Jupiter. And with the moon in conjunct in Jupiter, 1 second. We also got the moon in conjunct in Jupiter. And this is going to be misunderstanding how to emotionally connect to our experiences based on our passions, our passions, motivations, goals, and desires. So this is going to cause a little misunderstanding. We're going to be kind of feeling unsure how to really emotionally connect to our experiences. And when we're looking at experiences, what does experiences? They mean you're exiting out of something. So you're going to be exiting out of something so you can expand. So with Jupiter being in Aries, Jupiter in Aries is going to put us in this expansion energy, where we're going to be wanting to expand and experience our passions, our motivations, our goals, and our desires. And these are going to be the things that we're going to be kind of like going to war for. These are going to be the things that we're going to be kind of like feeling uncomfortable with. These are going to be things that we're going to be wanting to birth to become new into this reality, because we got Jupiter in Aries, and we got a small stellium in Aries as well. That's going to be affecting all of us. We got Chiron, Jupiter, and Venus in Aries, and all this energy is going to be getting hit with a misunderstanding. So we're going to be kind of misunderstanding this energy. We're going to be kind of misunderstanding how to feel about our passions, our motivations, our goals, and our desires, and how can we really birth these things to be new? How can we really be fully invested into our creative endeavors, in our passion, in our passions? How can we really be fully invested in it? We're gonna be looking, we're gonna be searching and seeing, like, where does this need to be adjusted? Where does this need to be changed up? Where does this need to be fixed? So with this energy, make sure that you don't get into like an over analytical energy and try to make things too calculated when it comes to our passions, our motivations, and our desires. It's good in some instances, but in some instances it's just kind of good to go with the heart and just go with the flow. But with Virgo being here, Virgo is going to try to make us like kind of calculated, trying to rationalize these things, try to practicalize these things. And we may be a little frustrated, or we may be a little frustrated and a little mixed between energies when we don't see these things being practicalized, when we don't see these things being grounded, when we don't see these things being materialized. That's what's going to frustrate us, when we don't see our passions and our motivations and our goals and our desires that we want to experience, and we want to give birth to, and that we want to add love, appreciation, and value to, being materialized. That's gonna kind of like slightly frustrate us a little bit, because we're gonna be like, dang, where's all this energy work that I've been putting in? What's all the shadow work that I've been putting in? What's all the spiritual work that I've been putting in? Why isn't my goals feeling like they're coming at a timely fashion? And this may put us in like some anger or some aggression energy. So make sure that you're on the positive side of the scale, utilizing these energies, and make sure that you are aware of these currents and the current events that we are going through, and these stars that's playing out in the sky, that's affecting us every day, because we are under these influences. So make sure that you are riding these currents, so you can so your spaceship and the spaceship that we're creating together can lead us into a more prosperous area in our life. And then we also got the moon in conjunct Venus. So with the moon in conjunct Venus, this is going to be misunderstanding how to emotionally connect to our love and the things that we love, dealing with our passions, our motivations, our goals, and our desires. So these are going to be the things that we're going to be wanting to express through love, through compromise, through our relating, through indulging our visions, our passions, our motivations, our goals, our desires, and our imaginations. So these are going to be the things that we're going to be more gravitated towards when it comes to how we go about our love language and how we express and how we receive love during this period of time. And it's going to be kind of debilitated as well. So we got 2 debilitated planets that we're going to be dealing with. That's going to be hard. That's going to kind of like flunk us out a little bit. Like, especially when it comes to trying to logically communicate the things that's on our mind, and when it comes to trying to express the things that's on our heart, that's going to flunk us out because both of these planets are debilitated. So make sure that you are directing these energies into the right area of life, into the right areas of life in your house or in your life, so that these energies won't flunk you out. So make sure that you got like something that you can be into on your long time. Make sure that you got something that you can be into creatively. Make sure that you got something that's not just trying to tap you into this energy of make you just go and interact with the world and thinking that you're gonna receive these things, or thinking that you're right about something, or thinking that you're gonna be able to logically explain yourself during this period of time to get your point across. So you may get your feelings hurt, you may let yourself down, or you may burn bridges during this period of time. So be careful and be mindful of these energies as well. So when it comes to our love and the things that we love, appreciate, and value, we're going to have a misunderstanding on how to emotionally connect to these things, and how to feel really, and how to gain that emotional comfortability within these things that we love, appreciate, and value. Dealing with our passions, our motivations, our goals, and our desires. So stay mindful of this energy. So you may feel a little unsure. We may feel a little unsure about our passions, motivations, goals, and desires right now. And then we also got the moon in conjunct Chiron. And with the moon in conjunct Chiron, this is gonna cause this is gonna create a misunderstanding when it goes about our mistakes based on our passions, motivations, goals, and desires. So wait, hold on. I don't know why. It just got cool out here. So I guess my temperament is readjusting itself. It just got cool out here. It's been snowing. It's been cold. So my temperament is really trying to readjust itself, trying to get back on par with how things are in nature. Excuse me. But yeah, moon in conjuncting Chiron. Emotional mistakes. We're trying to readjust the mistakes that we make emotionally, dealing with our passions, our motivations, our goals, and desires, and see how these things can be readjusted. Misunderstanding mistakes that we make based on our passions, motivations, goals, and desires, and seeing how we can readjust it, refine it, reanalyze it, reorganize it, so it won't be so much as a mistake next time it come around. So that's going to be the energy that we're going to be dealing with during this period of time. And we're also going to have moon slightly low-key in conjunct Pluto, because Pluto getting ready to go into Aquarius, and it's in Capricorn right now. So we got that little slight low-key in conjunction. So with this in conjunction playing out, this is going to be misunderstanding how to take the emotion, how to go with the emotional transformation that needs to be taking place in order for us to sustain and organize and build a status around our associations and things that we're trying to be a part of. So this is going to be an energy that we're going to be dealing with. We're going to be misunderstanding how to really connect to this energy, how to really connect to whatever we're trying to sustain, whatever we're trying to organize, or whatever we're trying to build, and the status that we're trying to shape and form and mold around that can be used for humanitarian energy, that can be used for self-sacrificing energy, that can be placed with others and other individuals, so that we can be in that, so we all can be having this one collective, this one for all type of mentality floating around in the esoteric sky, so we all can be seen as some humanitarians. So whenever we come together, we can come together and make something shake. We can come together and make something change. We can come together and initiate that change and be the face of that change, and be the leaders in this new age world, this new world that we're creating, this new world that we're going into, the age of Aquarius. And then we also got a moon low-key opposing Saturn. So this is going to be feeling at odds with our responsibilities. And we may even be running away from our responsibilities. We may even be running away from the things that we can, that ground us in this reality. We may be running away from the things that ground us, the things that we put our faith, belief, and imagination in, the things that how we see and gain security in our lives, and how we place boundaries, restrictions, and limitations. So we're going to be running away from these energies. We're going to be feeling at odds with these energies, because Saturn is getting ready to go into Pisces. I think it's on the cusp right now. So we're going to be dealing with this cuspy cloud energy when it comes to Saturn and Pisces. So with Saturn and Pisces, and what Saturn and Pisces is going to be doing, Saturn and Pisces is going to make us see the reality of our dreams, our imaginations, our infinities, and what we perceive to be true, what we perceive to be faith and belief. It's going to be making us see the reality of this. So if we are in any kind of like indoctrined religious type of mind state, this is going to be the time when those people starts to like kind of be like, okay man, this just don't make sense. I don't think this is right. I don't think this is the right morality. I don't think this is the right spiritual system that I've been clinging on to for all these years. People are going to start waking up in a certain way, or separating themselves from these religions, or even at the instance, people are going to try to like go towards these religions to because they may not have had that. They may not have had that teaching that had that spiritual pressure, because with Saturn being in Pisces, with Saturn getting ready to go into Pisces, this is all going to put our spiritual backs against the wall. This is all going to make us be more spiritual adults. We're all going to have to be more adults when it comes to like how we go about our spirituality. We're all going to be having to be more adults. We're all going to be trying to take spirituality serious. And in that sense, we're going to have to take spirituality serious. So it's all going to make us spiritual adults during this period of time. So the people who've been like playing around with their spirituality, people who've been playing around with their life, these people are going to be the ones turning to religion. And the people that's been in religion for all these years and haven't seen that accumulated, but going to church every Sunday and eating the flesh of Jesus or whatever, these people are going to be second questioning themselves. They're going to be like, dang, is this really something I need to be connected to? Is this really something I need to be making myself a part of? Is this really something that's going to help me materialize and manifest? Is this the right morality? Is this the right morality? So this is going to have a question in our morality and our beliefs. So we're going to have to know what's real and what's fake with this energy. We're going to have to know, okay, this is real. This is real. I've been studying the word of God. I've been studying the Uriel teaching, so I got confirmation on this. God is going to be showing us confirmation. So it's going to be showing us confirmation to see, okay, we have been going down the right path. It may be a little unfamiliar, but we've been going down the right path. But if you're if you got this religious worldview, you got this religious mind state, God is gonna be showing you, okay, you've been following the blind, you've been leading the blind. So it's time for you to separate. It's time for you to start something new. It's time for you to really open up your mind, open up your canopy, and to be more open to what God is trying to show you and what the universe is trying to show you. So this is going to be kind of energy that we're going to be dealing with when Saturn goes into Pisces. So we're going to be seeing the reality of our dreams, our imaginations, our effects, and our beliefs. And then we also got the moon trining off with Uranus. And with the moon trining off with Uranus, this is going to put us in some energies of we're going to be knowing where we need to change emotionally. So it can lead us into this new way of how we want to attain stability, security, safety, shelter, and support. So we're going to be knowing, we're going to have this knowing, this gift to know where we need to change emotionally. So it can lead us into this new way of gaining security, stability, safety, shelter, and support in a new, unique way. And like in a way that we can utilize our gifts and our talents, in a way that we can utilize our creative endeavors, the things that we are creatively into, and manifest and accumulate structure and organize and materialize these things. So we're going to be knowing what this emotional change needs to come from. We're going to be knowing what emotional change we need to go through that can lead us down that line of reasoning and that train of thought. And then we also got the moon trining off with the North Node. And with the moon trining off with the North Node, this is going to be the gift to feel more comfortable with our spiritual path. And what's going to be our spiritual path? How our spiritual path is going to be played out right now. Our spiritual path is going to be playing out through fixated on our own way of seeing and feeling. Not seeing and feeling, fixated on our own way of thinking and being practical. I don't know why these Leo spirits around me right now, but fixated on our own way of thinking and being practical. So that's how we're going to be seeing spirituality. We're going to be seeing spirituality through the lens of fixated earth type of things. What's maternal, what's material, What's things that we can work on? What's something we can stand on? What's something we can structure? What's something we can organize? What's something we can build? I ain't gonna necessarily say build, because Tauruses like to use what's built for themselves. What's something we can sustain? What can we sustain? What can we sustain in this 1, 2, and 3rd dimensional reality? And it's gonna be seen unfamiliar. This is gonna be seeing something. This is gonna be unfamiliar towards us because it's the North Node. So this is gonna be kind of unfamiliar. We're gonna be like, what? Are we sure that's 30 grounds? Are we sure that's practical? Are we sure this is gonna we're not gonna have to worry about what's gonna happen tomorrow? Are we sure this is gonna be something that's gonna be there tomorrow? Are we sure this is something that we can fully invest into? So we're gonna be, so with the moon trining off with this right now, we're gonna have that comfortability. We're gonna have that confirmation of like, okay, I'm sure this is something I want to. I'm sure I got this confirmation. I've been doing the shadow work. I've been doing the energy work. I've been putting that esoteric work. I've been manifesting. I've been accumulating. So I'm sure now. I'm sure this is something that I can sustain. I'm sure this is something I can work towards, even if it's not sustainable right now. I'm in the energy. I'm in this Virgo energy. I can look into the details. I can tweak it up to make it sustainable for me and others to be able to use this as something that we can manifest and materialize from. So that's how this Virgo energy is gonna be looking at our spiritual path. That's how we're gonna be viewing our spiritual. That's not how we're gonna be viewing our spiritual path, but this is how we're gonna be connecting to our spiritual path during this period of time. But the North Node is getting a whole bunch of positive energies towards it right now. So our spiritual path doesn't look kind of scary. It's not giving our spiritual path that scary look to it. It's giving our spiritual path something that we really want to wake up and go for now, because it's getting a whole bunch of positive energies directed towards us right now. A whole bunch of positive alignments. And last but not least, we got the moon squaring off with Mars. And with the moon squaring off with Mars, this is going to put us in the energy of learning. So this is going to cause a little frustration when it goes about how we react and respond to our passions, our motivations, our goals, and our desires. It's going to be a little frustration, but it's not going to be that. It's not going to be nothing too bad, because both of these signs are ruled by the same planet, which is Mercury. So we're going to be dealing with the night and daytime when it comes to the moon and Mars of Mercury. Nighttime would be Virgo. The daytime would be Gemini. So this is going to be learning how to ground our passions, our motivations, our goals, and our desires. Nothing too bad. We're just going to have to learn how to ground these things. We're just going to have to learn how to be more practical when it comes to our passions, our motivations, our goals, and our desires. And these new ideas that we're trying to communicate and associate with other individuals, these new passionate ideas about our passions, our motivations, our goals, and our desires. But yeah, it's been Who 360. I hope y'all enjoyed this full moon video. Full moon and Virgo. Full moon and Virgo video. We're actually going through my energies. I'm a Pisces sun, Virgo moon, Aries ascendant. Well, Pisces sun, Virgo / Leo moon, Aries / Taurus ascendant. I got some cuspy energies when it comes to my moon and my ascendant, that lava energy. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, this full moon video, and I hope y'all ride that flight into a more prosperous area into your life. And we're gonna be dropping more videos. We're gonna be more consistent. But yeah, it's Who 360. Peace.